Reviewing cars is a very tricky job because OEMs normally offer test units for a week or less, so sometimes it's extremely difficult to cover everything that needs to be covered. That's why with most cars we hardly talk about the issue of reliability, after-sales service, and the real-life fuel consumption in various settings. So once in a while, car reviewers are offered long-term test cars in order to come up with proper comprehensive reports after assessing the vehicles for an extended period. So far I've had the Swift Sport as a long-term test car, and I lived with it for about 3 months. Then after Swift Sport I got the Ciaz. I know most of you are looking forward to the high mileage BMW update, and I'm working on it. I also went car shopping with Mr. How Much, and that video is coming soon. For now, let's talk about my long-term budget sedan. I've been living with the Ciaz for over 6 months, and I don't have much to complain about. Generally, the longer you live with a test car, you start discovering more things you don't like, and sometimes you learn to love the car if you were previously not a fan, like in the case of the Swift Sport. It's very easy to hate this car from a distance, but it's honestly not bad. The problem is the price. If you see me on the N4, just know I'm doing a long distance trip, and today I'm driving to Pretoria. Under the hood, the Ciaz has a 1.5 litre engine producing 77 kilowatts and 138 Newton meters of torque. It's the same engine you get in a Baleno. So this is basically a Baleno sedan. And for long drives, I think Baleno is the best option because it's more comfortable by budget car standards. The leather seats in the Ciaz are too firm and uncomfortable on long drives. If you're tall, it's almost impossible to find a perfect driving position in a Ciaz. The seat sort of feels high even at its lowest position. It's just weird. Claimed average fuel consumption is 5.5 liters per 100 kilometers, and with normal day-to-day driving I hover around 6. Today I'm doing a long distance trip, and I wanna see if I'll manage to get the 5.5 liters per 100 kilometers claim figure or anything close to that. Based on my previous trips to Gauteng with different cars, the consumption is normally higher when driving up to Gauteng, and I get a lower figure when driving back to Mpumalanga, and I'm always driving with the aircon on every time. With this car, I think I'm gonna get the same results. I love road trips, and I've been to all the provinces in SA except Eastern Cape. So this year I wanna drive from Nelspruit to Eastern Cape, and no, not with the high mileage BMW. After Eastern Cape, I think we're gonna do Namibia. If you watched my Benz C200 video, you know why I'm stopping here. At this point, my fuel consumption was sitting at 6.3 liters per 100 kilometers. Okay sharp, let's continue with our trip. The Suzuki Ciaz starts from 271,000 rands for the GL model, and for the GLX I'm currently driving right now, you pay 314,000 rands. If you know money like me, you can get yourself a demo Ciaz GLX for around 258,000 rands. If you are not shaken by mileage, like me, you can get a Ciaz GLX with just over 97,000 kilometers on the clock for only 200,000 rands. And if you are brave, We Bikers has something for you. There's a part where I was using cruise control and I was extremely bored, and the sad part is I was driving alone. I pushed till I reached Pretoria, and my first stop was SMU, the best medical university in SA according to me. Shout out Team SMU. My average fuel consumption was sitting at 5.7 liters per 100 kilometers, not too far off from the 5.5 claimed by Suzuki. Now this is me leaving SMU. With all my road trip videos, I always skip the non-car stuff, so now let's go back to Nelspruit. If you see a white performance hatchback in your rearview mirror, don't try funny things, because in most cases you are gonna regret it. But you did not hear that from me. When I got to Also, my tank was almost empty, so I stopped ngagcwalisa. After refilling, I continued with my trip using cruise control set at 120 kilometers per hour. We used to complain about polo drivers and taxi drivers, and our new problem is truck drivers. I'm scared of trucks. Two minutes rest nyana for some fresh air and back on the road. I made it to Nelspruit and my average fuel consumption was sitting at an impressive 4.8 liters per 100 kilometers. It's the same figure I got driving from Sandton to Nelspruit in a Suzuki Swift. In December, I did Bloemfontein to Nelspruit in a Swift and I averaged 4.6 liters per 100 kilometers. I still have the Ciaz on test and I took it for service at 15,000 kilometers. All is well and I haven't experienced any issues so far. My next video is the high mileage Beamer update, and after that we go shopping with Mr. How Much. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to the channel for more car content in a Mzansi context.